In a recent podcast interview, Azaria reflected on the backlash that followed filmmaker Hari Kondabalu's documentary The Problem with Apu, which criticized the character's accent, stereotypes, and the fact that a white actor voiced one of TV's most prominent South Asian characters. Azaria admitted he initially struggled to understand the criticism, believing Apu had been created with affection and positive intent. Over time, however, he came to realize that intention didn't erase the real impact on viewers, especially since Apu had long been one of the only Indian characters on American television. Rather than reacting defensively, Azaria chose to step back, listen, and learn, ultimately leading to Apu's removal from speaking roles as animation shifted toward more authentic casting. Meanwhile, The Simpsons continues to thrive, recently securing a massive 4-season renewal alongside Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, and American Dad, proving the iconic series isn't slowing down after 36 seasons. The show also made waves in gaming culture with a hugely successful Fortnite collaboration in late 2025, transforming the entire map into Springfield, complete with bosses, characters, and unlockable skins. Fans widely praised it as one of Fortnite's best animated crossovers, easily outperforming a more limited South Park event that followed. Hey, lovely viewers, welcome to our channel The Simpsons 24 Hours. Simpsons star opens up about why beloved character has not spoken in a decade. Hank Azaria talked about the issues that impacted the character and what they meant to him in a recent interview. Criticism of Apu's casting rose after The Problem with Apu, a film. Hank Azaria listened, learned, and re-examined his role, recognizing intention doesn't equal impact. Animation now prioritizes authentic casting and greater sensitivity to character representation. For more than 2 decades, Apu was a constant on The Simpsons. Voiced by Hank Azaria, the character appeared regularly, delivered some of the show's most quoted lines, and became one of its most recognizable figures. For years, Azaria says, the role drew little public attention outside of his dialogue on the show. That changed around 2014. Speaking with Neil Brennan recently on Brennan's podcast, Azaria recalled how objections to Apu's accent, stereotypes, and casting surfaced quickly and forcefully, following increased attention brought by filmmaker Hari Kondabalu's film The Problem with Apu. The criticism, he says, felt sudden and destabilizing. Azaria said he struggled to understand it at first. Apu had been created with affection, inspired partly by Peter Sellers' performances, and meant to be a positive, likable character. For a long time, Azaria said, he assumed that intention mattered most. Over time, he came to see the situation differently. For many viewers, he said, Apu was the only Indian character they had seen on American television for years. That gave the role outsized influence, making any exaggeration or misrepresentation harder to dismiss as harmless. Rather than issuing a quick apology or rejecting the criticism outright, Azaria chose to step back. Drawing on practices he learned through sobriety and recovery, he says, he focused on listening instead of reacting. He attended seminars, spoke with people who were affected, and began educating himself in ways he admitted he had never previously considered. Simpsons fans worried after announcement is made following 36 seasons on air. Despite being on air for 36 seasons, The Simpsons is showing no signs of going away, with Fox announcing that it has been renewed, but fans are concerned. Fans can look forward to 4 more seasons of the long-running show, with the network handing the same deals to Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, and American Dad. Michael Thorne, the president of Fox Television Network, said in a statement, "This new deal celebrates the eternal popularity of these iconic comedies, as well as the enduring, prolific relationship we continue to enjoy with our friends at 20th Television Animation and the brilliant creators, that goes double for set this time around, and incredible voices behind these contemporary classics." Rob Wade, CEO of Fox Entertainment, added, "The longevity of this agreement reaffirms our commitment to the successful partnership we've built with the incredible team at Disney. This collaboration has and will continue to generate meaningful long-term value and strategically build audiences from Fox to Hulu to fans worldwide." Fortnite Simpsons vs. South Park, which wins out? Fortnite, developed by Epic Games, has been available on consoles and PCs since July 2017. The Simpsons collab was a mini-season that lasted throughout November 2025. Fortnite's entire map transformed into Springfield, the show's main setting, featuring bosses, characters, and more. The South Park collab, called Born in Chaos, arrived on January 9th and runs until February 5th, featuring a theme park called Cartmanland, as well as plenty of buyable skins and objectives to complete. Fortnite has been featuring plenty of animated show collabs lately. They've been able to seamlessly feature an Epic Games free-to-play Battle Royale title in various ways. This has gone from collectible skins to the entire map taking part in the collab. One that stands out is The Simpsons, featured across November 2025 and becoming a huge success for Fortnite. Another is South Park, an animated show that ran from January 9th to February 5th. Instead of the entire game taking advantage of it, a theme park exists, along with objectives to complete and skins to buy. To mark these collabs, we're having a Simpsons vs South Park battle to see which one wins out in the animated face-off in Fortnite. Fortnite Simpsons vs South Park, gameplay with Epic Games seeing Fortnite as a platform rather than a game these days. That means collabs can take the framework of the game and tweak it to suit their brand better. The Simpsons took greater advantage of this than South Park, with players able to visit Springfield and many locations from the animated show. From Mr. Burns' mansion to the Simpsons' home on Evergreen Terrace, and from various events like falling donuts and wearable items to graphics with a cel-shaded effect, all came together for a month-long collab that is now regarded as one of Fortnite's best. In South Park's case, it's more subdued, but there's still plenty to enjoy for fans of the show. Here, you can visit a theme park called Cartmanland, where you can look at various cardboard cutouts and ride windows referencing characters from South Park. It's good, but it barely compares to the Simpsons collab, even with various objectives to complete. There's no escaping the fact that there were plenty of Fortnite Simpsons skins to buy and use in the game. You could drive around the Springfield map and encounter Bart and others from the show, as well as hire them as a support character. If you had the Fortnite Battle Pass, you could work your way to earn Homer as a wearable outfit. There were plenty of characters in this collab, but again, South Park lacks that many. You can buy plenty of skins that feature the main characters, like Kenny and Kyle, on certain contraptions, but that's about it. A big part of South Park is its humor and iconic moments, but none of that is here in the Fortnite collab. As it's seemingly limited to objectives and a Cartmanland theme park, it could leave longtime fans with some disappointment that there wasn't more effort made here, especially compared to The Simpsons. There's no getting around it, The Simpsons collab wins here, down to the simple fact that it featured 3 bosses, while South Park has none. Players would randomly encounter Evil Homer, Krusty, and Witch Marge, each with different guns and sound effects to make them unique challenges. They were fun surprises, and whilst no other bosses appeared in the collab, it was still a fun mechanic to stumble upon. But the South Park collab hasn't done similar, and it's a baffling omission. The number of characters in the show that can be bosses, such as Chef, the World of Warcraft player, and more, feels like an easy win. But for some reason, none exist. The Simpsons featured plenty of ways to earn and buy skins, wraps, music tracks, and much more during its mini-season. If you had the Battle Pass, you could unlock even more as you earned higher levels. From Marge Simpson to Ned Flanders, there was a good chance you would unlock something even if you weren't a Simpsons fan. At the time of writing, there are plenty of Fortnite South Park skins to buy from the item shop, as the above screenshot shows. You can buy items that reference the show or a bundle that contains everything from the collab. It's good enough, but again, it doesn't provide a huge amount that The Simpsons did. Tallying up the scores, the Fortnite x Simpsons collab clearly wins out here, scoring a huge 35 in comparison to South Park's 18. What turned the tide was South Park's lack of bosses and its relegation to a theme park, rather than a larger section on the map that better reflected the show. Conclusion. It's no surprise that the Fortnite x Simpsons collab won out when pitted against South Park. The way the map completely transformed into Springfield for a limited time, with encounters with different bosses, vehicles, and other characters from The Simpsons, made it a collab to remember. South Park lacks the sheer amount, with objectives to complete and skins to buy, but not much else. It's a shame, especially with the lack of bosses, as there are so many characters to leverage here. But alas, it's just a theme park for fans to enjoy. In the future, we're hoping an animated collab will take inspiration from The Simpsons rather than South Park's efforts. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.